I do have one more question for our two mayoral candidates. During the last two council meetings, the issue of the lake, the name of the lake has come up. It currently remains unnamed. Why haven't either of you seconded a motion to name Lake Culpeper, and what is the plan once elected?
Well, I'm not going to sit here with no excuse. I made a big mistake the last time we were at the meeting, but I promise you, before the end of the year, the lake name will be changed.
Okay, so the lake name stays. It's still named Lake Pelham, and if I'm mayor, it will remain Lake Pelham. This is something that was named in a naming contest back in it was like the late 60s, and the citizens decided on a name, which is somebody who died in one of our battles that took place here in the county, and they decided to name it after that individual. Now, regardless if we like the individual or not like the individual, that is history, and that's what they decided to do. And so to go and just, first try to sneak it through a committee and not give the public any notice, and then try to get it passed through the council, and then it fails to get a name change. That's not what people want. And when it does anything, it creates resentment because it wasn't done in a proper manner. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Lake Pelham stays.
Can I add something to that, Lazaz?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Everything in that meeting was done properly. I don't know what my partners, I don't really know what he meant by that, but everything was did properly. And I did what I did a while back to have the name change, because people were calling me and say they wanted to change. All right. How can you, back when this name was changed, schools were all white. It wasn't a black person in the schools. All right. It was all white school before segregation. All right. Then too, a lot of people don't understand history. How can you take a person that had a slave owner, raped grandmas, kids, aunts, and stuff, and say he's a great man? That's sickening. That is right there sickening. How can he be a great man of stuff he has done?
Are you talking about George Washington or Jefferson? I mean, because they were all slave owners as well. I mean, if we're going to go down that road. But in all honesty, this is the name of the lake. It's what it's known for. It's where people come to fish. It's where they come to recreate. And as far as I'm concerned, the name stays. And it's a name that a lot of people are very attached to. And there was never any outcry prior to this being brought to council. No one ever contacted council in general, except for one person, the wealthiest man in town. And so it's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. It's going to stay Lake Pelham.
Thank you both. I want to ask for clarification from the two of you, since you are both on council. You said the lake's name is currently Lake Pelham. So the vote that you took back in February, the 5-4 vote, what happened? What was the outcome of that? Council people?
Go ahead, Frank. It was your vote.
It was approved to name the lake, but we just haven't named the lake yet.
So at the end of that meeting, the name was changed to what?
We never did a name change yet. Okay. That haven't been approved yet. It was turned down the last time.
So it was just Lake Pelham was dropped, or there was a promise for future discussion to change the name? I'm hearing
future. The lake has been, to change the name of the lake has been approved. We just got to get, we wanted Lake Culpeper, but that was turned down. So only thing we need now is just a name and enough people to vote for it.
Okay. And if I just want to clarify between the two of you. You said, Councilman Reaves, before the end of the year. Councilman Russell, you said when you become mayor, if you become mayor, it's a non-issue and the name will stay Lake Pelham. Will that mean you will have to go back to vote to do that, or you just leave it as such and it
No, we have
remains
to
Lake
vote.
Pelham?
We have to vote again on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
eventually they'll have to come up for a vote, but it's still Lake Pelham. The signs are still up. It's still called Lake Pelham Adventures. People still refer to it as Lake Pelham. So nothing's changed since that vote. But the attempt to try to change the name did fail. And,
It'll be changed.
Okay.
I'm here for the people. I work for the people. I do not do special groups. I treat everybody the same. The reason why I want to do this because I love people and I love volunteering, doing stuff, and I've been in Culpeper for 69 years. My main objective is try to bring this town back together because right now we're shifting in the wrong direction. You know, we do not need all this argument and stuff. Back in the days, you never heard Democrats and Republicans arguing and stuff. It's sad now. You know, just run a clean race. You know, whether you win or lose, life goes on. Your job is to take care of the people, not each other. And leave all this old stuff at home when you come to these meetings and stuff. You're here to work for the people, not yourself, not each other, and work together with the group. You'll never get nothing done if you don't work together with the group. Like I tell everybody, a mayor is just like the group. It's just a title. You got one vote, just like everybody else do. If you don't have a good working relationship with that board, you're not gonna get nothing done. And be polite to these people. You know, don't disrespect the people that vote for you. I mean, whether you like them or not, don't disrespect the people you vote for. I would never disrespect the voter. I have never disrespected the voter in Culpeper. Never talk bad to them, and I never will. You know, we need to work together and leave this all this meanness and hatred at home. You know, we need to move forward. All these kids and adults and people dying and stuff. We need to work together. That's my main objective, to help the public. That's all I want to do. And if elected, if not elected, I will still keep doing what I'm supposed to do because I love working with the public.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you.
Uzziah, I'll go next.
Yes, sir. Yes,
At the end
sir.
of the day, it's about Culpeper. It's always been about Culpeper. How do we preserve our small town identity while providing modern amenities for our citizens? How do we reduce and get rid of our car tax that we are currently assessing and putting on people, which is a burden year after year? How do we get clean drinking water? For one, you're hard pressed to find anyone in town that will actually drink the tap water. Taste of the water should be the standard. Right now, it's not. There are a lot of challenges that are facing us in the town, things that haven't been addressed for the last 10 years, haven't been addressed for sometimes 2 to 3 decades. It's time to have someone in leadership that can mold a consensus, someone who can work on behalf of the people and not the good old boy network or the special interest or the wealthy in town even. But to do it in a way that brings transparency and accountability to government, in a way that a mayor that represents the people to the government. And that's what I bring. And that's what I'm running on. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here today and to be able to speak on some of these issues, many of which we agree, some of which we disagree. And that's okay. We still are in this community together. It's about Culpeper. So thank you.